Question number 2. When I got out and changed my life, was it hard to find work due to my tattoos and prison record? To be honest with you, no. That's one thing that I kind of trip out on, that a lot of people that have been in prison or are still in there, they complain about not being able to get work, that their record holds them back. But I'm going to tell you that's complete bullcrap. Every time I've gone to prison, it was for a violent felony. And I have 2 strikes. One from my first term, one from my second. Like, you know what I mean? I have nothing but felonies, no misdemeanors. I've always had these face tattoos since I was an adult. And I've always been able to get a job within a week of release. And I say that to say this. While I was in prison, I wrote my old boss and I asked him when I got out if I still had a job. And he told me yes. As long as he had a role for me, he would give me work. So when I got out, I already had my job. What I do for work is I make cabinets. I'm a carpenter. I make custom cabinets, Euro, face frame, you name it. Really, really nice stuff. One of these days I'll go live during my lunch and show you guys some of the stuff I'm working on. But yeah, so I've been doing that on and off since, I was 18, right before I went to prison the first time. So every time I'm out, that's the field I go into. And then you could say, oh, you only had that job because you'd worked with the guy before. Well, first of all, it should speak on my work ethic for the fact that he held a job for me for 4 years and took me back. But second, I didn't stay there very long. I stayed there for a few months, and because I was making $17.50, it wasn't enough. I needed more money, so I ended up looking for another job, found one within 2 weeks, put in my 2 weeks notice, and got $20 an hour. I worked there for about a year, decided I wanted more money. They wouldn't give me a raise. I looked for work. Within 3 weeks, I found another job, $25 an hour. And that company was pretty cool. I was back to doing cabinets again, because before that I was doing countertops like granite, marble. I was fabricating and laminating them. So it was cool to get back into woodwork. That's my specialty. I shoot that stuff. And work started to slow down after 2 years, and I ended up hitting up my original boss, the one that gave me the job when I first got out, and I asked him if he had any work and if he was willing to, pay a little better than before. So he has 2 companies. I worked for one company the entire time. I've never worked for his other one. He let me hop onto his other company and, gave me a really decent pay.